Hi guys, I wanted to talk quickly about the importance of trying to feel better, or the importance of actually feeling better. I heard a speaker on a podcast recently, and she said if we're being attacked, we go into protection mode. You don't have access to your creativity, insight, or even your ability to use your language. And so I thought that was pretty profound. And something we've all observed. Like when there's three, we've heard of the fight, flight, or freeze mode, right? So I want to talk about my argument that we mostly go into freeze. Think about the last time you were almost in a car accident, or something jumped out at you at night, an animal or something like that, or just any type of terrifying situation. We freeze initially. The fight or flight is heroic, I think, but I think we revert back to freeze most of the time. In the FBI, we would arrest people, and sometimes they would, the SWAT team would come and make a very menacing approach with flashbang grenades, breaking windows, breaking down doors. And I went on a couple hundred of these maybe, and I never once observed any resistance to that, or 99% of the time. There was hardly any resistance that I can remember. I studied crime while I was there, and I won't go into too much detail, but a lot of victims in mass shootings, they just lay there and play dead and hope that the bad guy doesn't hurt them, and they leave themselves as targets. And I've just observed this in videos where the bad guy just walks up and just starts picking them off like shooting fish in a barrel. That's not the point of this video, but I wanted to talk about the observance of us in fight, flight, or freeze. And so I've talked to a lot of people, alienated parents, who feel depressed. And what happens when you're depressed? And this is across the board. We can't take care of ourselves. We don't do our dishes. We don't take care of ourselves, our houses. We don't do as good as we can at work. We withdraw from relationships. We don't visit our family members. A lot of things like just stop happening. And then if you look at that, that's kind of like the freeze mode. We're not fighting. There's no flight. It's kind of like freeze, and then just life happens. We're just trying to survive, you know? And so again, if we felt better, if we didn't feel depressed, if we felt enthusiastic, if we felt happy, if we felt hopeful, or if we felt courageous, this reaction of protection mode, of not being able to access our creativity, insight, or even our language, or 100 other things would change. And our friend Luigi, who's in this group, and he talked to me one time, and he said, we were talking about, like, I just asked him, what would you do if you felt differently or whatever, and he said something to the effect of, he said, I would be a rock star. I would get to work early, I would do my stuff, I would exercise, and he talked about all this stuff he could do if he felt better. And Luigi, I hope you're doing this stuff, but we know that you have access to that. And I've just talked to a lot of people who recognize that if they felt better, they could do different things. And we are here because across the board, our children are being held captive, and they are in harm's way, and lies have been told, and we need to correct that. So it's not just about us, it's about rescue, it's about helping people, and it's about our children who need us. So those are my thoughts. Please comment on this, and let's keep discussing this. But I want to make this a place where we study how we can feel better, because it's necessary. There's children on the line, there's our lives on the line, our health, our spirituality, our financial situation. It's all on the line based on us feeling the way we do. So let's feel better.